guys, um, so here's an ending about tonight's of Night of Sapiens. So, so, so let's break this down from tonight's Night of Sapiens. Was it was early, so to get one full signal, and to get two super rays, and so much more. So to get drop on my YouTube descriptions below on my screen, on my Dropbox. So, so let's get break this down right here. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab some of my highlights and this recap. Give me a second. Let me see. Give me a second here, guys. Give me a second. Okay. So Terry's running and confident ahead of her target advance. After a women's United States champion, Terry Stronach will defend her title against Jade Cargill at Saturday afternoon. After the title hold was shown plenty of confidence. After went when the backstage interview with Brian Saxton caught up with her and said, Cargill, I have a lot of made history, and that's a good thing, because after of tonight, I'm going to play to her strength and weakness, and Timmy Stronach said. After clocking up her last defense at the hands of Jade Cargill to a knee surgery, Timmy Stronach says added, I know how to win, with it models sporty confident in her, was able to relieve a Rayard with the goal. After of Denhassen's 315 says, says to course, added that he had not been entitled into the King of the Ring tournament, and Denhassen's sorry. Walker called for a quick backstage interview. Has a part of Not Your Sapiens pre-show. So very nice, very evil superstar. Actor who has been all over the news due to his link to the new NBA champions at New York Knicks. Added to a poke and fun at Terry's Ryan XT Swallow failed and was the claim that wherever he won the King of the Ring, he would get a crown, a cap, and taking a pace out of Stone Cold Steve Austin. After he brought with a new, and then Hassel's 315 says, I just course your but I did more Husky fronts at the most, causing any 10 guy onto the roster right now. I just think that the staves. As it grew today, the Morgan and Eagle Sky arrived ahead of the Queen of the Marine finals. I just saw did Joseph Wallace and Braun Breagle ahead of the suspended staircase match. Agent Intrigue Williams and Ricky Saints. And was before they battled for the U.S. Championship. Sami Zayn received a Heroes for reactions as he was shown competing a positive night and it win going to in Cody Rhodes. The ball received with the clear booze with a response. Just a little bit playing surprising mostly positive overseas the crowd. The video package welcome to the following and changes on ESPN and say also interest replays has the show listed later time games at night opening contest. So in the next match we have King of the Ring finals. We have Alba Fleming. Here we go 1-on-1 against Jey Uso. Agent was deposit his wizard comments about no longer caring about the fans. Jey also touted to a big force from the weird attendance, even wanting it back. The Alba Fleming got some muscle superstar interest was to compete with his normal light show and undefeating sense of Alba. Either has he destroyed just the squad circle. Walker Cole, president that the match has a limited sporting events and graphically to a match that already carried certificate stacks. Agent Wilson Noel decided for one of the two rear titles at to hold the biggest party of the SummerSlam. Alba Fleming started hot, overwhelming Jey Uso with his size and strength, and defense of the former World Heavyweight Champion. He was responding with a pull the top scoring dive from Alba Fleming. He was requiring a 12 into a driving Jey Uso down with a back breaker. Agent overall tied for his fall from Gray's powerbomb, but Jey also snuck out to the back. He enabled a pull of super kicks and added the top rope splash. Alba Fleming kicked out at one and got to his opponent and dropped him with a soul slam for a 2 count. Agent Jey also undercover and labeled as a top rope splash again, but still to fail to put Alba Fleming down for the count and going back to the move that made him the biggest win of his amazing career on his resume. Jey also applied the sleeper hold, but the roll fell out. And he followed up Alba Fleming tossed Jey Uso across the ring side, and then he dove him down to the mat. where the fall from grace was the victory in King of the Ring and granted championship opportunity in Miami Palace at SummerSlam. And the winner of this match, Oba Framey. I think it feels so good to go from the award to the king. And Brian Saxton joined the new King of the Ring with a post-match promo. As it was saying, Anderson effective told Jey Uso that he could not be Fate anymore, promising he could not be him. Yet Michael Cole to remind the WWE Universe on commentary that Oba Framey's path at SummerSlam is not yet. The man has he will have the opportunity to choose whether he signs for the undisputed championship for SmackDown overall, the World Heavyweight Championship. I was too considering many had suspended pre-interval interference from Brock Lesnar. After setting up the assault, it was a side match in their rivalries. Oba Framey win was a nice surprise to kick things off on Saturday on ESPN podcast. It hasn't caused on Liv Morgan. It hasn't entitled to the idiot to a big default reactions and going to the fans and Riyadh. Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan in Europe, includes a very nice, very evil superstar on Summit Day, lots of money. He played a massive Indian caused Morgan that he owned did happen in a slap to the face, and Morgan continued her interest ahead of her Queen of the Ring opportunity. So, Anya Queen of the Ring follows Aya Sky goes 1-on-1 against Liv Morgan. Morgan with her blue Dominic Mysterio won a scoring top of followed the winning AAA Mega Champion. Aya Sky spotting all the pink, including 40 leg Romeos. Aya Morgan so in great aggressive early attacking her opponent. Aya from the opening bell, the crossing of the sky, in taunts the tide to in front of the crowd a sunset flip bomb to the floor was blocked by Aya Sky. Anya recovered and there was a cross body from the ground wheel. Anya allowed the Women's World Champion to send Aya Sky face forced into the ring post to aside control as about a top rope soak. Aya Sky legs during the air to fall deposit warnings from referee, and Morgan followed with the 3 Mingos simplex as he retained control. Agate made Michael Cole unless an imminent surprise or Liv Morgan dismissed, and Connie Grace responded that's because you're in Aya Sky and you're a fanboy. So I think Then Morgan caught Sky in a main flight and tapped a single leg Boston crab, but Sky counted out and dove through the air out to the hill with a double stomp. Sky followed with a swinging missile drop kick from the top rope. He added hope to mark a taunt and walk Morgan with a bullet train knee attack into the corner. Morgan coming out of a double underhook simplex attack and allows a backstabber. Sky on your recover is done whole, saucing opponent with a prime strike and it rip her out onto the floor with an missile. And it back inside Sky added a double underhook back breaker, but Morgan recovered and applied the singles leg Boston crab. And just the same move to emphasize on solid flair into Queen of the Ring semi-finals. Sky fought to the pain, but a springboard cold breaker has Morgan intended to return to the match with the babyface knee buckled moments later. And it Brooke has true hope pursuit of the crowd was over. And then see scaled to the ropes and brought Morgan down with a sprinter's fly. From there, the all sentimental follow and Sky on the hard fought victory. And the winner in this match, Io Sky. So, I will see you at SummerSlam. It's be coming in August. The SmackDown Innocent Manager Nick Oz Award, Io Sky, set Queen of the Ring crown, and Brian Saskin showing hope for a few words. I celebrate Sky as a queen. I am a queen. Just a daylight after the fans in Riyadh. And from there would see focusing on Morgan, who had wrote to the 80th floor. Live, see you at SummerSlam. With the Atlanta time. Insulting to the champion. Sylvia Sons at a national sometime. A strong match was a white women's engaging. Wasn't this may have been the best queen of the ring falls to a date. Here's the concept case. Adding a bossing up and just commercials has the results with all from the free ESPN broadcast to the Premium app. The button to the staircase low ahead of Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker to the fans in Kingdom area. And Rollins has he made his way to the ring, sneaking defense with his backlash lose to Braun Breaker back in May. And yes, running on passing a man he wants to consider it during their time in ghetto. Instead of forces he flighted 2 tables in a handful of staircase into a square circle. And this hardcore garage match So we have staircase maps. We have 7 wands. Goes 1-on-1 against Blonde Breaker. I'm gonna beat your butt into the middle of the ring. Wands it giant Blonde Breaker has a bear want to the signal just at the start of the contest. And Blonde Breaker until early tossing his fumble, mental into the steel links, and then adding a Guardian press, slam, into the caves and candlestick, shot across in the back. He followed, has a second aggressive stall, showcase its physical gymnastics, and was on your recover long enough to catch one breaker and dove him to the mat with a power bomb. The confidence teed off on each, all with hard rights into the size, the open hand, the steady Blonde Breaker, folding up a handful of candlesticks, shots about the body. He sent Breaker into the caves, has the offensive team to skin your hand, and was a set of steel seals. He was flying to the body of his opponent in an attempt to bury him under them. Agnes the badass ran to the ropes and another 8 head Cecil, and that sent ones off at the top, and under those, the same seals could only keep him down for a 2 count. I'm going to beat it out of you, I swear. Breaker told Wallace Agile, wanting him to quit. The former world champions followed off a part of super kicks, and then added one that sent a steel seal back into the face of his opponent. Breaker followed up through a level a spill. The ones kick out at 2 count. The referees fought just at the top of the caves. It was exchanging blows and one's intent to posit Breaker from escaping. The baby face and a massive simplex runs at the top of the caves right there, with driving his opponent to a table down below. He was busted open and above, said the eye poke, and Breaker found himself on the has one to follow up. The fallen caught him with a nasty coastline, and his balls with all his bill. Again, he could only keep the baby face down for a near fall. And for the rest of the fight, Breaker was balked as he attempted to pull his opponent back into the ring. The hair slammed through the door into his face, but he prayed to miss the spell to a table into the corner before Wallace capsized with a pedigree and a stomp, and Breaker kicked out before Spree says, "This is awesome," for the area. He was on the footing, the second aggressive stall, and Tony Wallace one last time before ending his stomp was at the top rope, and then dove his face into the mat and scolded his opponent satisfactorily. And the winner in this match, Seth Rollins. Cody Graves gave a Margaret Cole above noted on commentary that Walter was now free to move beyond the forces and onto whatever is next for him for the sake of keeping things pressed on Monday nights, and that may be the best option for all involved on this feud. Does not feel like it has enough juice left in it for all matchup, and if it was only to do best through with a hot crowd and some good bumps, has a limited finish. So we have a nice deep championship match. We have Trick Williams against Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints entitled in May is sole reactions and his full sense to prove himself on a plenty of live events. The United States Championship with and Trick Williams has arrived to access the crowd in Riyadh. He was giving him access whoop that Trick sense maybe afraid to slow down, so champion only outright and sings the ball from the lead a Hall of Famer Eddie Guerrero playbook. He was a funny attack by AI to get the prime sunning level ejected from under the ringside. Anderson is also wrestled a 12 after the match from Dale, signing off his embodied as he walked the ropes and came down and crossed the arm of his opponent the side simplex, followed by the alternate intentional pose instead of covering Williams. Insisting that may prove costly. Iron James appeared a blank for Williams has made way to point the chancellor and Josh Morgan on his back. The United States champion fought his way back into the match. He was stunning Saints with a big AX kick and slapping him down to the mat and never a way to advocated book to end for the 2 count. Saints drop Trick Williams with a Memphis sister Abigail, but instead put in this moments into the champion, then a back body drop. Anderson Capel's into the balls and Williams set up for the trick shot, but Saints Dawes it had 11-8, so we elevation to a DDT and a top rope elbow drop. I think he followed, but the Sansa could not. Scored to the win. And once on the coal, he dunked the clothesline bounce off of the ropes and caught Saints with a trick shot to on to the victory and Scrabble Tower defense. And the winner on this match, Trick Williams. After the match, UAI saved Trick Williams from he was sneaking in, attacked by Saints. There a people elbow to the daylight of the defense and Margaret Cole, but mostly Margaret Cole The 7-inch dinosaur had their work out for them under a hot, sweet mass. The stalks of the soul emit a solar base onside the cloud gases or lack the steel Williams and Saints worked hard and never a soul mass. So we have women's and United States 7-foot mass. So we have Terry Strand against Seed Cargill. Under adjustment Seed Cargill. You pulls the camera out of the way and has it the stump and towards the wing. Her rivalries with Terry Strand to be removed. And this women's United States 7-foot mass. The 7-inch also started hot and nothing with started escaping, say knocking Cargill just on the floor and Jimmy a top the Scarlet City Hill showcase power string influence casting Terry Strand may flight and walking home with a knee just in the face and Cargill pulls away England in power of wholesale she marked her upon from deal doing push-ups. And Terry Strand teased a comeback, but set the falling down hole with a black hole slam for a near fall. Then Connie Graves set the dinosaur for her opponent, stating that Cargill must compete. A performance came recorded at WrestleMania 42 against Rhea Ripley. Terry Strand mounted a Morrison comeback, casting Cargill with a drop kick, set the champion. His goes in the ropes in tight for with a opponent's missile elbow, but Cargill had it scored in, got her knees up from there, signaled the stands stone, knowing Terry Strand just on the mat. So the 7 came out, to nurses on the mat, continue, and be firm and medicine impaled on the wing side, and point eight the stresses and influence that to allow Cargill to endure a soak slam for all men falls. Southern Green engaged from Anya to the wing, and Anya laid out the bodies at the wing side, and Cargill grabbed hold just a hot mess heat and yanked her into the ring. But the apostle distracted to hit a teeth listening. So U.S. child, but sorry for the appeal. He yanked it out to the ring and struck down on her opponent. So I just missile finish and Cargill is a baby face retain and well on this match. Terry Strand. At one point, Southern Green was still running as a U.S. title, so that hold the soul to become a 3-time champion may not be gone, and so could she be sucking Terry Strand into a friendship with hope before a shocking family. This was a good match. Argue between the two women who have complex Amy Wing. In this chemistry, and this did not form all, and when in fact have benefited. So it is time for the main event time. Aya has the entire kingdom India was the biggest match of his career. Sami Zayn received the Elias also a night and he'll welcome on the celebrated faithful all of whom were closely live or D fans was the last real guy. And isn't that a nice thing? And I respect you love to see it. The same thing said in the camera, and going to receive a boost has the entire while undisputed champion and Cody Rhodes arrived was it a night of main event just the intended sing along to his theme song. He was an undisputed championship match. Cody Rhodes against Sami Zayn and Gonjo. Gonjo sent Sami Zayn out to the ring and just starts in the match, pointing out to Indeed that he believes his longtime referees is in either that is in the contest. None of 3 stars going include only, but it was in the ring. Guess who sent Cody Rhodes the force into the top to Margot, and then the floating dove sent the air out of him when it stopped to the chest, set making nightmare, fall back. He doesn't set a loss of capital when it snap, power slam for 2. He added his side, when it to the great Matt Hardy to Sami Zayn for the overnight falls. So 7 escape, 1 power bomb. He tamed tight for close rolls, but Gonjo drove him just in the mat with a power bomb again. And Sami Zayn bulked it up to the pan as the asses remained fast and furious. Sami Zayn nailed a blue thunder bomb to Rose, but set the 7 came out at 2. Moments later, was the last real good guy onto the floor. Rose dunked a classic coastline, another close Rose before the referee could count to the fall. Sami Zayn pulled Yank to the floor again. He was saving his citizenship. It wasn't the corner title holder. It's a Porcelains. Sami Zayn dropped both with a brain buster, but he splashed by Gonjo, broke it up to the pan, set nothing born, held a power bomb to crowd favorite, and then he dove Cody Rhodes into him, but Sami Zayn cut one last tap as in the move into a sunset flip bomb for 2. He was the underdog. Sansa with a hurry kick to Gonjo. Instead has unappeared he was about to criticize his dream, and Cody Rhodes pulled the referee out to the floor, and a symbol of turnabout went through play onto the floor Sami Zayn got the best of his opponent and tied with a package Paul Gravel, made famous by his best friend Kevin Owens, and Rose coming out and back body drop him into the over table and going to deliver a pole or pollen bomb that goes back in that meal, just an over table, and then return to the ring when he applied the silver hold, Cowboy fought to it and got to his under his feet. He goes to the ring, going down, but Gunner regained control of the submission hold. Sami Zayn returned to the ring just in time to opponent Rose almost from hitting the ground, which will have on Gunner to the toe. The front number 8 body shot to Sami Zayn, but the Army Dog followed it back. It doubled the hooded kick, only for Gunner to kick out at 2 999 999, and it was a double stack. Close was but saying Anya recovered, caught his opponent with a roll up pan the 3-time champion to answer the goal. When it went on this match, Sami Zayn. He was a certain new champion and celebrates the victory with the fans and celebrating it while Cody Rhodes was a look of disgust. Father Rhodes' balls as at the top of the stage has the last very good guy stole set a gold raised his hand and overhead a small and nail wide on painting his face. So that's all we have for this week's. So this was a great match. Really, the budget finished in one of the totally great and very good moments since Cody Rhodes was a top back at WrestleMania 40, even when Sami Zayn title has a really bad guy, and this was a profit. He constitutes a broadcast and going to attack McGraw's after Night of Champions later. He wasn't doing a daily post, so Thomas Gunjo was some backstage in a heating argument with the SmackDown against Minnesota Nick Aldis, and Gunjo caused Nick Aldis a brain status of him. But before the goddess pushed him away, and the two needed to be broken up. But once again, Gunner is left for his like he got screwed after losing a big match. It is worth noting that the goddess is joining the contract was that there's a tease for Gunjo in the next feud. So that's all we have for this week's. So let's get some live goals. So we have 100% where I like it. 15% is alright. And the 10% didn't like it. So let's go to my trade report goals. So I have 100% where I liked it. 20% is alright, and the 5%, no, 60% didn't like it. So I will be back here on tomorrow night at AWX for being Joel. So I hope you guys have a blessed Saturday, and I think it's midtime. So I hope you guys have a great Saturday. I'll see you guys tomorrow for AJ for being Joel pay-per-view, and I think it's midtime. Peace.